It's on there, right?
Alright, welcome to Mark and Joe Show. We got an issue we need to talk about, I guess.
Yeah, sorry for the not doing an exit troll last
That's his
time
fault.
because it was his fault. He's
Oh,
like, "Oh, you shut it off."
That's his fault.
Whatever.
Actually, it's my fault because I received a phone call.
So it's the kid's fault.
If in doubt, always blame your children. They're young enough to take it, and they'll get over it in a few years.
I don't know what the hell happened here and how this happened.
I don't know what'd you do to it.
There we go. I
Well,
must
you
press
just
something
you
wrong.
mess everything up.
Well, I don't like laptops and this fucking mouse is so small.
Oh,
Alright, there's an
this is
epidemic, I think we can call it, going on out there.
Cannabis.
And people are dying from it. Actually, this one right here. Wow, I didn't see that fact. This
What?
is actual health alert. This was done April 6, 2018.
Well,
so that was just yesterday. This is just yesterday. Okay, I keep trying to close this ad, but the motherfucker won't close. There we go. Health alert regarding synthetic marijuana. 2 killed, 60 hospitalized in Illinois.
Yeah, this is an epidemic that's actually happening in Illinois right now.
It's
because-
synthetic pot laced with, I can't even pronounce this word, but it's an off-white, odorless powder used to kill rodents.
Yep, told you, rat poison. Yeah, we were discussing this before we even started this because this
And
is
this is
something.
happening
This is
in
something
Cook
that
County.
we should be watching.
22-year-old woman was found to have involved in excessive internal bleeding. Since March 7, 89 cases have been linked to use of synthetic cannabinoids. The
Actually, it's
Illinois-
90 now.
And that's the Illinois Department of Public Health.
And
That's just
where.
in
That's
Illinois.
where. But see, this is where I'm learning this from in the first place because I stream during the day, all week long. I stream WCTP.
And this stuff's getting sold under different names.
Mm-hmm.
So people
Or
could think it's real.
WCPT.
Listen to these.
in Illinois, and they've been talking a lot about this on.
All right,
On their
this
news
is
and
this
everything.
is some scary shit. Some dude could get, and I don't want anybody to take it this way because that's bad. But think about it. Some hard up dude could buy a bunch of this shit, probably cheap in any fucking local fucking glass store, you know, to buy your glass or your pipes or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mix it with the real shit and kill people.
Not even mix it, just sell it off as the real shit because some people might not know. I mean, think of these fucking names. Listen,
I know.
K2, Spice, Black Mamba, Bombay Blue,
Genie,
Genie,
so high.
and others. Come on. What the fuck? And this shit can kill you.
Yeah, it's because it's synthetic.
Can be
It's
smoked or
chemicals
converted
put
to
together.
liquids to be vaporized and inhaled in e-cigarettes. They're sold for recreational drug use under those names.
Yeah, but then you find one that said not intended for human consumption.
She found that.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a label. They're labeled not for human consumption.
Which is pretty fucked up. And they're selling this as in some of these stores. Some of the cigarette stores are actually selling them down there. But the whole thing is,
And they
I mean,
can't even list what this is going to do to you totally because there's too many different chemicals used
yeah?
to make this shit and
Oh, yeah.
produce this shit. And they're all dangerous and unpredictable. Yeah, everything's unpredictable about this.
Well,
This is about as bad as taking fucking crack or coke.
yeah,
One hit will fucking kill you.
pretty much. Well, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about it and bring it up like this is because you know, these politicians that are trying to get marijuana to stay on the Schedule 1 and keep it banned and everything and keep it illegal. I have a feeling that some of these jackass fucktards are going to go and take and use this stuff here and say that these are the specs that are proof that marijuana is killing people, and it's not. This is synthetic shit. This is man-made chemicals put together.
Yeah, I don't trust anything fucking man-made.
No. This is man-made chemicals put together to try and simulate what marijuana would do to you. Well,
Now
what they're doing is they're putting this goddamn shit together, and they're putting rat poison in. Rat poison, okay? People, do you really want to put rat poison in your fucking body?
Yeah, and
Because that's the purpose of the fucking rat poison in the first place, is to make the rats bleed internally and kill them.
This here sounds like one of them fucking ads that you see on TV for them fucking big pharma ads
Because it gives you all the.
Now here's the side effects. This is side effects. No, this is side effects. These are just some of the side effects because they can't, because of all the different chemicals that have been used to make this crap. They can't narrow it down to. But these are the most common side effects: elevated mood, relaxation, altered perception, awareness of surrounding objects, conditions, symptoms of psychosis, delusional or disordered thinking, detached from reality. Psychotic effects include extreme anxiety, confusion, paranoia, hallucinations, rapid heart rate, vomiting, violent behavior, suicidal thoughts.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you right now, this is some really bad shit. Now,
They also cause headaches,
this is worse than skunk
depression,
weed.
irritability.
I don't know if you've ever heard of skunk weed. Have you ever heard of skunk weed?
I've heard of it.
Do you know how it's produced?
I don't, because I've never
Okay.
had it.
Skunk weed is the natural plant that is injected with chemicals as it's growing. So it holds these chemicals in and combines them with the natural chemicals that the plant produces anyway to make your high higher. But the problem with it is it can kill you too because of the fact that it is chemically grown.
They call this cannabis doppelganger is anything but FDA approved. It's not to be confused with the legal synthetic THC like Marinol. Now Marinol is actually made from the actual cannabis plant. Okay,
No.
that I do know. Yeah, it
No,
is.
It says synthetic. Anything synthetic is not made from the plant.
There is something. I tell you what, look it up.
If it's synthetic, it's not made from the plant.
It is. It's made into like a pill form or something. That's why it's it's
I
not.
don't care if it's not THC
I bet
oils
Marinol-
and it's
one
not
of the
CBC
ingredients- One
oils.
of the ingredients is going to be the legal plant.
How do you spell it? Marinol.
I had that. Where did it go?
Up higher. Right there. MAR.
Marinol is a prescription medicine used in adults to treat.
Hello, I didn't get it all. Thank you. Marinol oral use. Uses, side effects, interactions, pictures, warnings.
See here, high proof alcohol or solvents that are used to make this shit, this synthetic cannabis.
Yeah.
Now, that is yeah they
Okay,
They don't need to use
Here
this
you go.
as
Now,
a
this is
springboard to keep it on
Now,
Schedule
remember,
1. This
no,
is something totally
but that's
different.
what they're going to wind up doing.
I know,
That's
but
how
this
I
is a
feel.
totally
That's
different entity.
what I think about it. They're going to try and fucking use this as a springboard to keep the fucking
can't.
illegalization of marijuana, and it's
But-
bullshit.
It's two different entities for one, and I know the government's too stupid and too ignorant to see that.
Yes, they are.
But the world isn't, because there's enough research to back the real thing of the positive effects it can do. We can go on and on for that. You know, I mean, what's the worst side effects you're going to get? Well, drowsy, maybe a little paranoid, sleepy, and you can't overdose. The real stuff can't kill you. Worst it might do is knock you out or make you pray to the porcelain god because you get too sick. You know, you smoke too much and you're going to puke. But that's about it. That's the worst that's going to happen. But the worst side effects, a little sleepy, maybe a little paranoid, you know, but definitely the munchies.
Yes.
For somebody like you, though, that could be a problem. You know, you might end up smoking a joint and eating about 15 boxes of Twinkies, and I don't think that'd be a good
Girl
thing
Scout
for you.
cookies.
Yeah, that too. Those are, you know, those are more addictive than pot.
Yeah.
Especially them fucking Thin Mints. Yeah. Man, it's been a year since I've seen my dealer and I went through withdrawal.
Whatever.
I love that thing about the Girl Scout cookies. But yeah, anyway, what's this Marinol thing?
Actually, it might have been something that you might have taken when you were going through chemotherapy.
What's that?
The Marinol.
No.
All right, Marinol.
Because it was approved in 1985 for the treatment of nausea and vomiting
These are
associated with cancer
this
chemotherapy.
says these are signs of allergic reaction: hives, difficulty breathing, swelling of your face, lips, tongue, and throat. Stop using dronabinol and call your doctor at once if you have any of these serious side effects. Now, here's some of the side effects. You got to remember, this is synthetics. This is not. I don't believe this is from the plant. I haven't found anything telling me it's from that Marinol or dronabinol is from the plant.
It's man-made compound that contains cannabinoids found in the marijuana plant.
Then there's something that they put in here that causes this shit.
It
Because
contains tetra or THC in standardized concentrations and does not contain other
some of the
compounds.
side effects is seizures, which is conclusive.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry, but THCs and CBCs, the CBCs is what causes seizures to go away.
Yeah.
Okay. So if there's CBCs in here and it's causing seizures, then there's something else that they fucking put in here that does not belong and is not part of that fucking plant.
Right.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
And then paranoia, extreme fear. Well, I'm sorry, but you get that when you smoke marijuana anyway. Especially on your first tries. If you're a stoner like you, no, it doesn't affect you in that manner. But when you're new at doing it, yeah, you do get the paranoia and the extreme fears, and a lot of that is because of the fact that it's still fucking illegal.
You know, I don't need drugs.
Fast heart rate.
I don't need drugs that have paranoia.
Feeling lightheaded, fainting.
I just need people like Bart that have
unusual
paranoia,
thoughts or
you know?
behavior.
I had paranoia and DTA long before I started smoking it. You know, don't trust anybody. I had trust issues for a long time. You know, that comes with the paranoia, and that creates paranoia.
And that's why you don't trust me.
You know, I don't trust nobody. Fuck off.
Oh, thanks.
You were supposed
Doesn't
to
that
do
make
that.
you feel
Now
good?
it comes out.
Doesn't that make you feel good?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
And this stuff says, yes,
okay,
synthetic cannabis can be
last reviewed
addictive.
on RX list 9/18/2017.
Oh, hi.
Marinol is a cannabinoid, a man-made form of cannabis. Marijuana is an herbal form of cannabis used to treat
Yeah, it's an herb, man.
loss of appetite in people with AIDS and to treat severe nausea and
What's the
vomiting
matter?
caused by cancer chemotherapy.
You want to go outside?
Marinol is
No,
used.
that's
She
nice.
just came in. Marinol is used
Well, then why are
only
you
when
bugging
other
me?
medications are unavailable
Go bug
to
mama.
control nausea and vomiting. Marinol is available in generic form. Common side effects of Marinol include mood changes, dizziness, drowsiness, confusion, trouble concentrating, feeling high.
She's got her leg wrapped around the cord.
Hey, what are you doing? warmth, warmth or tingly feeling, an exaggerated sense of well-being, anxiety, lightheadedness, headache, red eye, dry mouth. Thanks. Thanks, you little shit. Messing up my cord here. Nausea, vomiting, stomach or abdominal pain, diarrhea.
Joy,
That explains some of you because you got diarrhea of the mouth.
knock it off. Joy,
Sleep problem.
how am I supposed to fight back with you in my lap?
Clumsiness.
I don't have nothing for you.
That explains him there too. Clumsiness.
I don't have any treat
Lack
for
of
you. when I knock
coordination.
your
Yep.
teeth.
You can't multitask.
Do you realize what's going on here?
Yeah, you're getting ganged up on.
I got a white beast right here in my lap.
Weakness or
Brrr.
unsteadiness.
Come on,
That,
Becky.
yep, that explains it.
Unsteadiness my ass. That's old age.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. That's old age.
Yeah,
What happened to you? You're not over 21.
I'm not. You see how that works?
Tell your doctor if you have serious side effects of Marinol, including
Ow.
fainting, fast heart rate, or pounding heartbeat, seizures, which is conclusive. See, that's what I'm saying.
Now
It
get down.
can't.
Get down.
And then there's fainting again, unusual thoughts or behavior or mental mood changes.
You get those every day. Isn't that called PMS?
I don't know. You're the one that experiences it.
I'm afraid to call you sometimes. You never know how you're going to answer the phone.
What do you want?
What the fuck you want?
Dickwad.
Cum bubble. But no, I mean, this Marinol, I'm sorry, but if they're making this completely from the plant, there shouldn't be any of these side effects.
It's safe though, because it's FDA regulated.
No, there shouldn't
It's
be any.
FDA approved.
It doesn't matter.
Big
I know.
Pharma
If
said
this-
it's okay.
No, Big Pharma can suck my left nut and make my right nut
I'm
jealous,
being
alright?
sarcastic, asswipe.
But what I'm saying is, if this is truly,
I don't
From
believe
the
in
plant.
anything synthetic.
okay, if it's truly from the plant,
Fuck
for
that.
one, the word synthetic shouldn't even be in there. And for two, more than half of these fucking side effects should never even be listed.
Well, what the funny thing is,
Because your real shit's not going to cause any of that.
what
No.
I'm looking at,
Stop.
it's contradictive because in one little thing it says it's a man-made compound that contains cannabinoids, but down farther it says that it is the only FDA-approved synthetic cannabinoid.
Yeah, thank you. Synthetic.
So-
Anytime you use the word synthetic, it means it is not derived from the plant.
Ah!
Or if it is,
Oh, son of a bitch!
uh-oh, you're a naughty girl.
Ah!
You are naughty.
Okay.
No.
Sorry about that. I guess that's what happens when you got an overexcited puppy.
Well,
No.
she was being naughty. She shouldn't have to be doing that.
She just loves attention.
I know she does. And I'm sure she
Huskies-
didn't mean to.
She's a husky and they get bored pretty easily and pretty fast. So she demands a lot of attention.
So anyway, let's see.
Didn't set up enough to entertain herself.
Well, she had just come in from outside too.
Yeah. So anyway, what I was saying about this is, if it's truly derived from the plant, it should not be considered synthetic. When you label something synthetic, that means that it is not natural,
Okay.
or it's something that's been added to, taken away from, added to, taken away from, added to, in order to create whatever it is you're using. You better knock it off,
Alright.
you little shit.
Now here on this.
You don't have me to deal with. You don't want me to deal with.
Here they're talking about this one. The fact that marijuana is natural does not make it inherently safe. Okay. However, In the states where the drug is legal for recreational use, the rates of emergency room visits related to the use of the drug have skyrocketed, according to this. Really?
Yeah.
Why?
You want to know why? Because people are trying it for the first time, and what happens when you try it for the first time?
Oh, what? They get coughing too hard and they think they're dying?
No, they get anxiety.
Oh, too much
Anxiety.
anxiety and paranoia, and they think they're dying.
If you read it, you'll find it that it's true.
Well, I never had those issues, though.
Some people do, some people don't.
That's just it. But still, like
Marijuana will affect you in different ways.
but still, I still think it's safer.
Stop.
I still think it's safer, and those people, they need to do something about this synthetic crap.
Marijuana is safer. There has never been
No,
a recorded
overdose.
overdose of marijuana. You cannot overdose on marijuana.
And I think I just crashed Edge.
Oops. You crashed it. He crashed and burned your computer.
I never use Edge.
Well, Edge is actually a little bit better than Google.
Yeah, I think it's just a little unstable on this fucking laptop.
That could be.
I
don't know.
have a pretty good time on here with it because I use it on here a lot for
Yeah.
other things, but
But, you know, I like Google because to me, Google's a little bit more
stable.
user-friendly. Not stable, it's user-friendly.
I
And
don't know,
I
had
think
a
all
lot
the
of
problems, I think all the problems we have with Google with getting that virus bullshit, I think it's Microsoft doing it because they don't want you using Google. They want you.
Well,
to
that's
use
what I was
Edge.
going to say too at one point. I had that thought last week when it was happening.
Well, I think Microsoft's behind some of that crap anyway. But now we're getting off of the subject here. So, but yeah, the synthetic stuff. That's just it. It's synthetic. It's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. Obviously, you've got let's see, what is it? 3 deaths now from it.
3 deaths confirmed in
And
that's
over
just
90
Illinois.
and that's in Illinois, and over 90 cases of bleeding, internal bleeding.
Yeah, internal
because of it.
bleeding. And then there was one case I was reading, and I couldn't find the article, where the guy was bleeding out of his eyes.
Yeah,
It's like, what the fuck shit is this?
and again, I will tell you.
Man, it
tell
sounds
you
like something
again.
that comes out of a horror movie.
All right, this shit
It's dangerous.
to make it the way it is laced with rat poison.
And they need to put that
Okay.
on Schedule 1.
Laced with rat poison. Rat poison's purpose is to kill rats or rodents or whatever you want to call it. And what it does is it causes internal bleeding. It causes bleeding from the orifices. And it kills the fucking
Well,
animal.
You know why this started?
Let's see. Let's put it in your body and see what
We
happens.
don't need your 2 cents on this. We're not going to start this
Stop.
again. Get down, Joy. Joy, get down. There's nothing up here for you.
They're puppy and she listens to me sometimes too.
Get
Isn't that funny?
down. Yes.
Knock it off.
Don't you argue with me. This is not a show about you today.
It's not about you. Get out.
Go lay down and watch. Be a good puppy.
She doesn't know how.
Sure she does. When you're not here, she's a perfectly fine good puppy.
Whatever.
I'm serious. Last weekend, after we were done with the show, and you left, she curled up, and I swear to God, she curled up down there by Tanya's foot and fell asleep. Like, instantly
Whatever.
after you left.
Whatever. I don't care.
I mean, all that
I'm gonna
arguing,
punch you.
all that arguing and
I'm gonna
wrestling
punch
you guys did, and roughhousing, wore her out.
I'll rough rouser.
She gets too excited when there's new
I'll tell you.
when there's company
I'll
here.
take her out there and I'll fix her. I'll fix her. I'll make her fucking mind.
She thinks she
Yeah,
should
I
be the
will.
center
I'll
of
make her-
attention,
I
even
will
when,
make her
especially
mine.
when there's company.
No,
It's even worse when we try to go to bed at night. She tries
You
to
like
get
that?
right in the middle of both of us.
Come on. Go ahead. Bite.
I
Bite.
can't even give her a hug when she comes home
You can't
without
even
her getting
handle
up in
me.
the middle of us. She's an attention whore. Period.
Very much so.
Yes,
Look,
you are.
This
You're an
is
attention
this is
whore.
not a show about you, even though you're trying to make it that way.
You're not supposed to be on this show today. Hi. I love
Stop.
you too, puppy, but you know,
Be
Joy.
careful. You hurt him a while ago.
You get too overly excited in such a small
Stop.
place, and I got hurt. Be careful. And I'm not a chew toy. I'm not your chew toy.
Yeah, you are.
Joy, go get the rope. Go find
But
me
anyway,
some rope.
if you want to get high from using this stuff,
No, don't.
Go and take the chance of getting caught and just buy some street legal or street marijuana and stuff that's real plant.
Ow!
Go with the plant. Don't go with this fucking
Down, off
synthetic
my lap.
crap. The synthetic crap will kill you.
Joy, go over to Mama.
And I wish people would get it through their fucking heads. You cannot simulate the marijuana.
No. You can't make a...
You can't make a
simulate-
substitute for it.
You can't simulate a plant that was already here before we were.
You know? Like we've said before.
You can regrow
God-
it.
God
Use the
created.
seeds,
If you
regrow it, yeah.
if you want to be Christian about it, you know, believe you're a Christian and go that route with it, and these assholes up in Washington and the Congress and everything, you know, they're claiming to
Yeah.
be Christian and everything. Well, then follow your fucking Bible, because in the Bible it says that God created everything that man needs and placed it on this earth.
God created pot.
God created pot. If you believe in God, God created pot.
Or the cannabis plant, or the marijuana plant, however
Exactly.
you want to look at it.
This shit,
Man.
man created.
Man created this shit, man created beer, and both can kill you.
Yes, both can kill you. You can kill yourself, and not just beer.
Alcohol. I should
Alcohol,
have just said
alcohol in general.
Right.
You can
Die
actually
of
drink
alcohol
yourself to
poisoning.
death. And I
Well,
damn near
alcohol-
did it in my 31st birthday. I damn near fucking killed myself drinking myself to death.
It's called alcohol poisoning.
Yes, it is. And the funny thing is, after that, I puked for 6 hours straight that fucking night.
You're lucky you
Started
survived.
about midnight.
Because puking that much can kill you. too,
Started
just
about
because of
midnight.
stomach
I
acids.
couldn't even keep the fucking water down.
Yeah.
All right, and it took me over a year to even be able to stand the smell
Of alcohol
a beer.
again?
Of a beer.
You know, I got a bottle of tequila sitting around here that probably hasn't been opened, and it's been sitting there for probably 2 years and probably got a layer of dust on it.
That's fine.
That goes to show you how much I drink.
I've got a bottle of Kentucky whiskey sitting at home.
But you know what?
That's about a quarter full,
I don't wake
And
up
I've-
with a
I've
hangover
had
in the
it.
morning.
and I've had it for over 2-3 months, 4 months. When I buy it,
I just don't like
have
the way
some
I
of it,
feel when I drink.
and then I don't have, I have just enough to get a buzz, and that's it.
You know, you go drinking.
And I mix it.
You go drinking, you go out with your buddies, you go to a bar, you see some chick, you have some fun with her. The next day you wake up and that's why you can't remember your name, because you're sober and you can't remember shit from the night before. Let me smoke some pot and I bet I'm going to remember every fucking detail.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
pot makes
From
you
the night
high.
before.
Pot makes you,
You know?
it opens your mind up a little bit. You're able
But
to
I'm just saying,
think
it's-
better and clearer.
It's
At least
safer.
for me, it is.
It's safer.
And it's safer than alcohol.
It's got some curing factors.
It's got benefits to it because if you feel sick at your stomach,
Oh yeah, I do
here's
that every
something
morning.
for you. Here's
I feel
something for
sick
you.
to my stomach every
If
morning.
you feel nauseous, really bad nauseous, sick at your stomach, like you want to throw up,
I do almost every morning.
if you was to take and you smoke a half a bowl of pot, it'll take it away, and you'll start feeling better.
Couple
You'll
hits
actually,
of some good
and you'll
shit will do
actually
it.
get hungry.
Yeah, you get the right weed,
Either that,
the right
Or you
strain,
go-
you'll get the munchies.
either that, or you go and you drink half a fucking bottle or more of Pepto-Bismol, and either one, it doesn't help and you still throw up and your throw up is pink, or two, the Pepto-Bismol, because you drink a half a bottle of it, and to get rid of the nausea, it clogs your ass up,
And it's, and
you can't
in the long
shit
run- and in
for
the
2
long
fucking
run,
days, 3
No.
fucking days.
in the long run, who knows what that does to your stomach lining?
Exactly.
Maybe it could cause ulcers or something. You know, I'm just guessing. You know, I'm.
No,
You know,
because that is
You know, I went through. All right, for you that don't know, I went through AML leukemia, a very rare form of leukemia in adults. I got it in my adult life. I was right around 28, 29 when I was diagnosed. Okay. I was told I wasn't going to live to see Christmas that year, and that was December 4th.
That's why we call
Now-
him Twinkie.
I had a bone marrow transplant, total body eradication, and that basically they put you in a room and they flood it with radiation. I kind of felt like David Banner there for a moment, you know, getting flooded with all that radiation.
But you don't turn into the Hulk.
I know.
You turn
I
into
was
the
turning-
opposite.
I was turning in more like the Snake Man because I was peeling like gloves right off my arms, you know.
Yeah, it's killing the cells on the outside.
So basically, I went through all this, a bone marrow transplant, and basically after all was said and done, because when this happened, the treatments for cancer and leukemia are different now than they were back then.
Oh yeah.
I went through a thing called plasmapheresis. That was a pretty new thing at the time. Basically, they take out my blood through a catheter, clean out the white blood cells because that's what was so dangerously high, and then they put it back in with saline solution, you know, kind of.
Mhm.
All right. So it was like I had to live through that process first before they
It's almost
did
like
anything else.
dialysis.
Right, of the blood though.
No, that's what dialysis is.
Right.
It's
Your blood.
Right, something like
Yeah.
that. But anyway,
It's
but
for
it was
blood.
called plasmapheresis.
right. And it's that
Okay.
the way you're explaining that, it's similar to dialysis.
All right.
They just take out two different things.
Now,
Yeah.
they gave me some pretty bad shit. All right. Now here's, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah, this shit made him
Yeah.
batshit crazy, man. He kept hanging upside
No.
down and shitting everywhere, and it was bad.
I can't remember all the drug names, but they
Yeah.
came in with this IV drug that they had to do a couple times a day for so many weeks or whatever it was. I don't remember a lot. But I do remember this part. I remember calling it the killer drug. It was an IV drug and it was almost like a piss color, real golden
Yeah.
dark piss color. Okay? And it gave me like real bad muscle spasms. My whole body would start like this. I'd go into like convulsions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
So now,
good, but
in order to give me to continue to give me this chemotherapy, because it was part of the chemotherapy regimen, they had to shoot me with Demerol, a very highly addictive drug. Okay?
yes, it is.
So now they had to shoot me with Demerol, and now as my body got, because I have a very high metabolism, I somehow grew
Yeah.
a tolerance to things pretty fast.
I hate you
And
for
some-
your fucking metabolism.
And some things don't work on me. Okay. So the Demerol would wear off halfway through. So I'd end up with 3 shots of Demerol during this hour treatment of this chemotherapy drug.
Yeah.
So I'm getting 3 shots of Demerol almost daily. Alright. Yeah. So it makes me look bad because this is all in my medical records. So then when I get the headaches from all of this, of all the treatments, because of the damage it does, I got migraines for a while. I'd go to the hospital and there was a protocol in place to give me Demerol and Visceral. I get labeled, well, because of the long hair, the leather coat, so on and so forth, I'm labeled a drug seeker.
Mhm.
Okay. The last thing I wanted them to do was shoot me in the ass with a fucking needle that stung like hell anyways. But when you're in as much pain as I can, and I built, during this time, I built an extreme pain tolerance too.
Mhm.
So it
Learned
also
how to
did a
deal
lot
with
of
it.
damage to the nerves and muscles in my legs and my arms, and so I cramp up and get all kinds of weird shit going on.
Yeah, I know about those.
But it
There's
also
been many
destroyed-
days I've picked your ass up off the floor.
Now it also destroyed my stomach lining, so I don't have an appetite. I have to get reminded to eat sometimes. But now when I smoke pot, I get the munchies and I eat, and my weight has actually gone up, and I've been a higher weight than I've ever been in my entire life. Okay.
That's good though.
And well, yeah, that's what the doctors say. It's a good
It is
thing.
good,
Okay.
but you don't want to get too.
Well, I
you don't wanna be like
because
me
my
and get-
metabolism, I'll never be like you.
I wish I had
unless
your
it
metabolism.
slows down enough. But I don't eat like I used to either, because I used to eat like I mean, I could sit here and put away 2 frozen Tombstone pizzas without a care in the world, and not gain an ounce.
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay. But the point I'm trying to make is now I'm going to get to a point where they had me, because I went through the bone marrow transplant, I was kind of like on life support. They had one of those feeding tubes in me. Okay. They also had me on a morphine drip machine. We all know what morphine's a derivative of.
Mm-hmm. And it's just as addictive
Okay.
as Demerol.
Well, this is a highly more addictive. Okay. And I know this from personal effects. So they had me on this life support type thing, and I'm on this morphine drip machine for pain after the transplant. They send me home cold turkey right around my birthday that year too. I thought I was gonna die. The withdrawals from that drug,
Mm-hmm.
my God. You know what? I've had to go without pot because I couldn't afford it, or my friends were dry, or whatever, or so on and so forth. You know, there's just reasons, okay? But I tell you what, I've never had withdrawals from something like pot. You know, there is the mental effect because you're craving it,
Yeah.
but my body doesn't hurt. The only reason my body screams at me if I don't have it in my system is because of the leukemia and the shit I went through. And I wish the government would get their fucking heads out of their fucking asses and reclassify it. It'd make it a lot easier for everybody.
Well, if they
You know,
reclassified it, you would.
I think it's totally harmless in a lot of that. I shouldn't say totally harmless, but it's a lot more harmless compared to alcohol, and alcohol's legal. It's a lot more harmless than some of them pharmaceutical drugs that you get at the drugstore when you go to fucking Walgreens because your doctor gives you a fucking prescription. You know? I was on I don't know how many pills I was on after the leukemia. Okay? One of them even was called a skunk pill. It stunk real bad. But they were to help with things like my immune system, and all kinds of other things like that, okay? And I can't remember the names of some of these drugs. And then, of course, you've got the painkillers, which they've been talking about, too, because of the painkiller, the opioids, you know?
opioids.
Tylenol with codeine fits into that classification.
That's
so does
addictive as well
cyclobenzaprine,
because of the
okay?
codeine. Codeine is a derivative of cocaine.
So, when I started smoking because my BMT doctor, and when BMT doctor is a bone marrow transplant doctor, that's what she specializes in. She was a little Asian lady. She told me, she said, if you could ever get your hands on it, and she says, I can't prescribe it to you because if I could, I would. She says, find a place to do this, and eventually as you start using it, you won't have to take all those pills. You know, the Tylenol with codeine will destroy my stomach lining if I had to use it on a regular basis.
I know it will.
And it's bad enough I don't have an
ibuprofen.
appetite to eat as it is. This is all the pain shit I need. If I need anything more than that, you might as well just take me to the hospital because that's out of my pain tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, but that shit I brought back for you from California was.
You know.
I wished I could get my hands on a bunch of that for you. Because I know that.
All
that
I'm
made
saying-
you feel really better.
And I don't know if you recall the times before I started using it on a frequent basis when I got myself some reliable people that I know that treat me decent because of my condition. I was taking 20, 30 pills of those, different pills a day, different types of prescriptions, okay? And I had to take those like 2-3 times a day. They were like a meal to me. After I'd taken those pills, I didn't want to eat. But you know where I ended up most of the time after taking those pills?
In bed.
In
or
bed.
laying on the floor.
You know what that did? You know what those pills did to me in one aspect? And I'm not saying it's the total blame, but it's partial to blame.
Mhm.
But it's part of the reason I got 2 kids that don't want to talk to me, which I think is sad because I love them no matter what because they are my kids. They were my first 2.
Mhm.
You know, my oldest is always going to be my little girl. I don't care, you can have more than one. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
You know, if you got 3 daughters,
Of course you can.
they're all your little girls. The first one's going to be your baby, even though she's a fucking adult. She's always going to be the baby in your eyes because she was your firstborn.
Well,
But that's
I've
my
only got one
point.
child that I know
But
of.
Now, my kids had to suffer. My kids had to suffer because not only was I spent all that time in the hospital, and in order to visit me, because of the no immune system, you had to have like a clean environment and wash up and scrub up, and that was kind of hard with kids with colds and stuff all the time. So if they were sick, they couldn't come in and see Dad. But then when I get home and I'm on all these fucking pills that the doctor prescribes me, I'm in bed all the time and not very coherent and can't remember shit that they tell me, even if I do wake up out of that. And then the next day, or when I do wake up, I feel like I'm in some kind of medicated, like coma type state. It's not a good feeling. It's almost like a pill hangover.
I have seen you in that state.
You know?
I've seen you in some really bad states, bad ways. I've actually had to pick you up off the floor.
I don't think that these people need to stop making this synthetic crap. This Marinol crap is just another way for the big pharma to stick their nose into the marijuana and try to keep it illegal. You know? And I think the only way that we're going to cure this problem is just fucking get it off the fucking list.
Just completely get it off the list. It doesn't need to be reclassified as
no,
anything.
you don't need to be. That's where that one bill comes in handy. They don't want to reclassify it. They just want it completely removed off the list.
There's no reason for it to be illegal.
It's easier to remove something than it is to reclassify it.
Yeah.
That's what I was reading.
But the whole point of it is it doesn't need to be illegal. There's no reason to make it illegal. It
can't kill you.
No, it can't.
And it's not as addictive as people make it out to be. That's a fucking myth. Well, that's the people behind the guns not being raised right, and that's because that's another show. I mean, that's another show because they took away our fucking right to discipline our fucking kids without somebody calling the fucking cops or child protection services. You can't say this, you can't do that, you can't take this away, you can't take that away. Bullshit.
And that's the bullshit about it.
You know, I got raised with a fucking ass beating, and here I am 51 years old, and I'm doing pretty goddamn good, and I'm not in fucking jail.
Oh, you're 51 years old?
No, I'm only 20
You're
years
an
old.
old
I said that
wrong. You're an old motherfucker.
Fuck you, you're older than me.
I'm only going to be 30 this year.
You wish. Keep fucking dreaming, ancient motherfucker.
How can I be older than you when you were born in 67? And I was born in 68.
No, I was born in 76. I was only born a year before Elvis died.
That make you older than her. Or younger than her.
I am.
No, you're not.
You know, I like them older women.
Like them cougars, huh?
Yeah, that's what she is. I got myself a cougar. No, the truth is, my wife is really younger than me by 5 years. I don't want her to stay pissed, okay? I might not get nothing tonight. Wouldn't it be a bitch if her dad saw this one?
Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, you might not get anything tonight anyway because you got company coming to stay the night.
Yeah, I don't care. I'd rather spend time with my company. I haven't seen my granddaughters in a while. Those girls are fun to have around here.
Yeah.
You know, we need to get them on our show.
Kids are fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, they say some of the darndest things, don't they?
Oh, God, yes, they do. Well, we got to work it out to where we have my grandson and your oldest granddaughter there, Caprice, sitting with us and doing our cartoon things. We'll bring up one set of cartoons here and one set of cartoons.
And we'll make sure it gets up on there so that they can see them.
You know, so that way...
I think it'll be fun. But anyway...
But yeah,
the synthetic crap.
Stay away from the
Stay away from it. You know, take the fucking chance.
It's only going to kill you. If not kill you, it's going to cripple you.
You know, and if you're in Illinois, wait till the dispensaries open up and start fucking going there. Get your fucking
They are
card,
working on getting it legalized in Illinois.
Try to find somebody you trust. Don't buy it off the black market street if you can help it. Try to find somebody you can trust. That's the biggest thing. Because you don't want pot laced with anything either. So
I'll tell you right now.
That's why I think it should be legalized. Because the black market is a dangerous place to be getting it from in the first place.
Because if they would pull it from the schedule form and just
Oh yeah,
Can
just think about
completely pull
how
it.
much of the prison system would get freed up. You know,
Well-
it costs what was it, $30,000 a year for one fucking prisoner? Just to
I think
house
it's more
one
than that.
fucking prisoner.
I think it's more than that. I
No,
think
we
it's more
looked it
like-
up. We were
40
looking
something.
it up that one day. I was sitting here,
But
we were talking
it's just
that.
that, you know, it needs to be done, and that's another thing we need to fight for. We need to get referendums put on the ballots whenever the
Yeah,
voting
you need
happens.
to support these
We need to support the
governors and senators and the
Governors,
representatives that are drawing up these bills and supporting these bills. You know, and the oil and these parents. These parents getting crucified for giving their kids oils has got to stop too.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
these kids that are getting these oils, 9 times out
they're
of
not
10,
THC oils.
they're
They're giving them.
suffering from seizures.
No, hang on.
seizures.
They're not THC
No, it's
oils.
CBD
They're giving them. That's the
CBD.
CBDs, and the CBD oil is
You don't
the
get
ones
the high.
You don't have the high. The high is not there. Those are the oils that are.
They don't
taking
have.
and
It
they're-
doesn't
and
have
they're-
the mind-altering effect.
No, it
'cause
doesn't.
It's not the THC.
But the CBDs are the ones that are taking away the seizures. They're the ones that are calming that
Taking
section.
300 seizures a day down to maybe one a day.
Yeah, 1 or 2. But
You know,
the thing
come on.
is, it's taking and calming down those
You know-
synapses in that brain that are firing and misfiring.
It
It's
helps.
calming them down. It's bringing it to a point where it's controllable.
And see, you know, the other reason.
CBDs have so much potential for not just seizures, because marijuana has the capability of actually curing cancer.
Yeah, we need to stop stereotyping these people too. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing that pisses me off. Is people that stereotype people. You know, you stereotype people like me because we got long hair, we wear leather coats, we don't come from that side of the track that you do or whatever. You know,
It's not
if you
just people
stop
like
stereotyping people and stop all the fucking hate in this world, everybody smoke a fucking joint, and I bet you we have a lot less violence.
Yeah, but it's got to be a real joint.
But, you know, my point is, you know,
And it's not just people like you. It's not just the long-haired hillbilly hippie fuckers.
but I want to get back to my point about stereotypes.
It's also I'm talking stereotype here. Another thing too, we got to quit as a society. We got to quit stereotyping the blacks. We got to quit stereotyping the Mexicans. We got to stop stereotyping all of them.
Well,
We got to be a people. We got to be a human beings.
Where's
That's
my
it.
little bell about
Period.
staying on topic? You know, you got to stay
Thank
on
you.
topic.
I am on topic. You brought this up as part
Well,
of
the
this
reason
topic.
I brought up the stereotypes is because
Stereotyping.
they
We gotta quit
stereotype
the
stoners.
stereotyping.
You know, people think that people that
And it's
smoke
got to be
are
across
chronic.
the board.
People that are stoners, they think they're stupid, like that Dank and Dabby from that one Netflix show.
Disjointed.
Okay, you know, they think they're all like that. It's not true.
No, it's
You know,
not.
and the thing is, the other thing is if this or the oil, if pot or the oil can help somebody lead a normal life instead of being in a bed or in a fucking wheelchair or whatever, or be able to go to school for the first time
Yeah.
in their life,
No, yeah, I agree.
why is it illegal then?
Why
know?
why are you stepping on that person's constitutional rights at that point?
To live a better life.
You are taking away
The
a
right?
substance that will actually improve their lives.
Yeah.
And by doing that, you are restricting that person's constitutional rights.
Thank you. That's a good point. I like that.
Yes,
That's
it
where I
is a
was going.
very good point.
That's kind of where I was going with that.
Because when you take a person who can benefit from a drug or the oils from this plant like that, that's going to take the seizures away that they're
Well, I
having,
wasn't
or
supposed to
it's
be
going
here
to take
today.
yeah, that's why I said we call you Twinkie. This son of a bitch is past his shelf life according to the fucking doctors.
Yeah. I wasn't supposed to live past 42.
Look at you now.
About what they calculated.
Well,
You
You're
know,
51
the bone
years
marrow
old.
transplant was only supposed to give me an additional 5 to 10 years.
No.
I'm
That's
about
the thing.
I'm about 10 years past that.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's the point in it, okay? The oils, the
And I stopped
THCs
taking
and
the
the
fucking
CBDs,
meds, and I feel a hell of a lot better too.
Exactly.
Because I'm leading a normal life
that's
now.
because
it
you're
seems
also
like.
using a substance that is helping you.
My only problem is nobody fucking hire me out there because I smoke this and they're drug testing for what I'm qualified for.
Exactly.
Or, you know, I'm too fucking old. No.
Well, you're too fucking.
Or they don't want to take a chance because I had cancer, you know, and I got to
Well,
disclose
no, I understand
that,
that.
you know.
No, I do
And
understand
it
that.
sucks because, you know, I don't make enough in Social Security to fucking survive, and they keep talking about, oh, it's
Oh, they're
so
gonna-
fucking
they're
right.
cutting it
We're
down. They're
changing
gonna
the
cut it
fucking
down.
name, and that's another
That's
thing.
the
I'm
thing.
sorry to run off topic on that too, but
Yeah, no, it's just that.
they need to
But
legalize
that is
it.
that
They
is
need
my
to take
point.
it off the
See,
fucking
that's my
thing and
point.
legalize
That's
it
my point.
across
This
the
is
board.
something.
Fuck this state shit.
This is something that should have never been put on the fucking Schedule 1 or any of the
No,
schedules
it should have never
at
been put in
all.
the Schedule 1 to begin with.
Because of the properties it has.
It was against
That
the
are gonna
social
help.
norm, that's why.
Yeah, so, they can take that social norm
Norman,
and
shove it up their ass. I'm serious. It's
No, I'm
it's-
serious
it's one
too.
of those
It's
fucking
bullshit.
things. You know, they created that fucking movie just to fucking
I know.
make it look bad. Reefer Madness.
That is horse shit.
Yeah,
by the
it's a
way.
cult classic and all, but
No,
it's a
it's
movie.
horse shit. It's a propaganda.
It was a propaganda movie made to make marijuana look bad, you know, and make it everybody that smokes marijuana goes crazy, and they're going to go to the nut house and they need a fucking straight
And
jacket.
they're gonna have orgies. Well, you know what? Orgies are fun.
Yeah, well, fuck it. If I have to smoke a joint or take a pill to improve my fucking sex drive, I'd rather smoke the fucking joint than take the fucking pill, because
Yep.
that fucking pill's man-made, and God only knows what the fucking side effects are.
Yep.
You know, get an erection for lasting more than 4 hours, you gotta go see a hospital. Go
You
to the
gotta see
hospital.
a doctor because they gotta drain your dick.
Yeah,
They gotta drain the blood out of your dick.
Slice that fucker open. Fuck
No,
you.
they don't slice it
well,
open.
I don't give a shit.
They
That's
use,
just
they use a needle. And they stick
still
it up
just
in
as
there.
bad. Fuck you, motherfucker. But still, you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Not that I have an issue that in that department, but they say that
No,
they say
no
that
issues.
but they say that it makes you go impotent. I don't think so.
Well, who says marijuana makes you go impotent?
That's one of the myths.
It is a myth.
You know.
It's a damn myth. You know why I know this?
But
When I was younger and I used to smoke that shit, dude,
No.
I could go all fucking night.
now don't go now don't go saying that this is I'm not endorsing this as a form of birth control, but this is a scientific fact. It does lower the sperm count.
Then what the fuck happened to me? Because I used to smoke that shit and I wound up getting
And you
I
must
wound
have
up getting a woman pregnant that had,
you must
according
have
to
been one
her
point-
doctor, hang on, according to her doctor, had a very low chance of getting pregnant because of the uterus being tilted.
Well, then you must
And therefore, you know, and I was smoking that and we wound up having a kid.
I got two theories for you. Maybe you're a potent motherfucker, or your wife or your girlfriend at that time was not of this earth, and something was just wrong with her that the doctors couldn't detect.
You never know.
Scientists may not have figured her out yet.
You never know.
Sorry, Gina. Gina. Had to get my shot in.
Yeah, well, whatever. But you know, that's the thing, you know.
That's
So,
just how far
That
back
is
we go.
a
I know
fucking
who he is.
myth.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You know,
There's-
there's
They
so
put
much.
so many fucking myths out
There's so
there.
many. There's so many
That's why-
propagandist lies about marijuana
That's why
that
it's-
have been put out there.
That's why it's having a difficulty
You know.
of getting it passed through, because all these old motherfuckers, like, I don't even want to mention his name, but anyway, some of these old fuckers like
You know,
that
they'd be
AG,
happier.
the head of the AG or anyway,
they would be happier if they'd actually smoke a joint.
I could,
and get
I
laid.
would love to see that.
No, they'd be happier
I'd
if
pay
they would
$5
smoke a
to see
joint.
that once.
Smoke a joint and get laid. I'm sorry, but it'd make them a lot happier.
Jeff Sessions stoned, that would be fucking funny.
The Keebler Elf, stoned and fucking a rabbit.
Well, you know, they need to come out of these fucking dark ages and these myths and get onto the scientific facts. You know, I've been doing research.
You know, that. No.
I've
no,
been doing
wait a
research
minute.
for years.
Wait a
I've been
minute, you
following
started
John
this.
Stork. Okay?
You started this. No, you started this. Now, I want everybody that is watching this up until this point, I want you to imagine this.
Imagine
okay?
what?
Imagine this.
Okay, I'm imagining.
You've got the Keebler.
Wait, hold on. Do you guys know what an imagination is? I know some of you young people don't know how to use
that's
one.
true, huh? They don't.
They
All
don't.
they know how to
Right.
use is a fucking controller,
And yeah,
a video game controller.
right.
That's their imagination, is that video.
Okay.
That's where you
Okay.
pretend.
Okay, then pretend.
Yeah, pretend.
Pretend that you're playing a video game, and you're in control,
He just took it.
and you've got the Keebler Elf, Jeff Sessions, and you make him roll up a joint. Okay. And you make him put it in his mouth, and you make him pick up the lighter, and you light it, and you smoke it. Okay, Keebler Elf, smoking his joint, and he starts to get high,
Oh,
and he's getting hard on because
His wife
It's
will be
exciting
one happy
him.
bitch because he probably hasn't been able to get it up in years.
Listen, he's a Keebler Elf, and he's like, "Damn, I'm getting hungry. I better bake me some cookies." So he goes and he starts baking
Fudge
cookies.
stripe.
Okay, fudge striped cookies. Damn, I'm horny.
Oh no!
He
you
looks
start
around.
fucking the
He
cookies.
looks around. No, he's not fucking the cookies. He looks around and goes, "Oh, there's a rabbit." Picks up the rabbit and starts fucking rabbit.
Sure he wasn't fucking Trump.
You never know.
Maybe that's
But-
how he got his job. But then again, with the way that fucker is
No, he
going,
probably
he'll be the next one fired. Anyway, don't use the
But there you
synthetic
go.
crap.
Yeah, don't be using the synthetic crap. Use
Anything like
natural
that
shit.
that's man-made, it's
And make
gonna
sure
kill
if
ya.
you're gonna get the natural stuff, make sure it's not laced with anything because
Get
back
it
in
from
our
somebody
times,
you can trust.
back in our days, when we were
Be smart.
doing the stuff, we had to watch out because people were lacing it with what they called angel dust at the time.
Angel dust, PCP.
Mm-hmm. Angel dust, PCPs, and that shit was making you die.
Acid.
It was killing you. Yeah, there was actually some pots that were laced with acid. So not only did you get high, you went on a fucking major trip.
I had a lot of friends in low places, so
Mhm.
I was lucky. Friends and family in low places, so to speak.
So I guess the short of it is you don't want to end up like these people down in Illinois right now. The ones, there's 90 different cases and 3 of them have died from this stuff because they
That's just
started
Illinois.
bleeding. And that's just Illinois. That's just the stuff that I've been hearing
You know,
from the talk radio stations, news
I know
down
this
there,
is off topic too.
and the fucking stuff that we've been looking up. It's centralized there because of the fact that there's a lot of that happening there.
I gotta say one more thing, and this is off topic before we close. This is all you kids out there that's using this synthetic crap, you gotta stop. Another thing you gotta stop doing is you gotta wise up. Look up imagination in a dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Try to learn how to use one. And stop doing these stupid fucking challenges that are getting you guys killed and hospitalized too.
Yeah, like the Tide Pod challenges and the
Snorting of the condoms?
condom. What the fuck
Fuck is that? Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, but a condom's designed to go over the pecker. And it's designed to go over the pecker to hold back the seed that the pecker
to
spits
prevent
to keep the boy from getting the girl pregnant.
pregnant. Do you need a sex history lesson? We might have to do that show
Yeah,
next.
and then we might have to bring up that one thing you had on the computer there about the life of a pecker.
Don't
His
forget
owner-
don't forget the banana, so you can put a condom on a banana.
No, the life of a pecker because the cucumber, the what was it? The cucumber, the pickle, and the
Oh,
dick,
yeah.
or the pecker. They're all in a room talking to each other, and But the pecker says that he's got it worse than those guys because his owner takes and puts
A rubber helmet.
a
over
rubber
his head.
helmet over his head,
Beats his head up against the
throws
wall
him
until he throws up.
him into a dark room,
Dark wet room.
wet room, and beats his head against the wall until he throws up and passes out.
And passes out. Yeah. Yep.
So there. All right. That's what a condom is for.
But I've seen so many of these stupid I mean, what is it? I mean, go outside.
What it
Enjoy
is,
the beach.
what it is fucking boredom, stupidity, the downgrading,
I used
the
to
downgrading
stand
of
up
our
to play video
educational.
games.
No, the
You remember when you
downgrading.
had to do that?
Yeah, we can still do that, by the way.
Stand up to play video games.
Yeah, we can still do that, by the way.
Really?
We just need, you need $15, I need $15, and if they want to join in, they
Well,
need
let's go.
$15 a piece.
Let's go.
And it's all
I
the
got
way
time.
over on Odana Road.
All right, let's go. Let me
I don't
grab
know
my
how late
wallet.
they're open, but we go over there, and this is what I was told. You pay your $15, you can go there when they open.
I've seen their Facebook
Listen to
page.
this. You pay your $15, you get there when they open,
Yeah.
and midway through the day, if you want to leave and go get something to eat, you can, and come back and don't have to pay again to get in.
Nice.
And he's got one fucking room in the back that's nothing but pinball machines.
Oh, sweet.
So,
I
you
was-
gotta go try it out.
I was a pinball wizard in my day. You know,
Yeah, you
I
think
wasn't
you
much
were-
for
you think you were-
much for the video
That's why
games,
you
but
decided- that's why
but
you-
the pinball machines, the real pinball machines, they were my favorite.
Oh, the
you
pinball
know.
machines are awesome.
I
They-
remember
they
games
kick
like
your ass
Pack
with
Rat.
those.
Did you ever see Pack
Yes, I remember Pack Rat,
Rat? Turbo,
Turbo,
pole position.
pole position, Gauntlet. I love
Oh,
Gauntlet.
let's go back
Gauntlet was
further. Let's show
awesome.
our ages. Remember when Asteroids came out as a stand-up
Asteroids.
machine? Or
Mhm.
Pac-Man? Miss
Pong.
Pac-Man?
Do you remember when Pong first hit the market?
Oh, yeah.
That was back in the 80s, early 80s.
Oh, late
Or
70s.
70s, yeah, 70s.
Late
That's right.
70s.
It's early to mid 70s. That was the first Atari game.
How about when we went to the arcade, we went to play Asteroids or something like that, and it was all black and white. And
They
those
are.
simple
They still
graphics. Oh, not some of the Asteroid games I've seen. 'cause
No,
they've
they've
them.
revamped them, colorized them, and stuff like that. But they're still simple graphics.
Right, but I'm just saying, it was just real simple line graphics.
Now we got off topic again. So basically, stop these stupid things that you're doing.
Yeah.
Stop using the synthetic shit.
Find better, more constructive ways to waste your time.
And make sure you
And be
use
safe
the
about
condom
it.
correctly. It goes over the dick,
Not
not up your
the
nose.
That is-
Besides,
that's about as-
who the hell is gonna fuck you up the nose?
you never know. There are some perverts out there,
There's some real weird
nasty
motherfuckers.
fuckers out there. All right, we're done.
All right, we're done, and then
Till next time.
till next episode or whatever the
week.
fuck. And
Next week we got
feel
some
free. Look, leave comments, leave
suggestions.
suggestions.
You can find our
Whatever you
email
want,
addresses on our website,
Yeah.
which will be at the end of the videos. Always subscribe. Let us
Yeah,
know what you
subscribe. Let
think.
us
We
know what
want
you
to
think.
hear
We
it.
want to hear it. We want to know, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing right? Is there
What do
a
you want to
different
see us do
avenue?
next?
Is there a different avenue you want us to take? Do you want us to do certain things? Give us suggestions. We'll see what we can do.
We're always
And
open to new ideas. We're a
by the
couple of-
way, whoever's commenting about the lighting, we're working on that. We're trying to figure some stuff
low
out.
budget right now. Our biggest budget was getting the
Yeah.
projector.
Yeah. So we're on a budget, but hey, we're working on it, and things
We'll
will
get
get
there.
fixed. So.
Till
But
next
till
time.
next time, have a good week next week, and we'll see you next weekend.
Yep. Later.